Welcome to Enlightened World Network. I'm Sue Seekoff, and I'm so delighted today to be with the beautiful Holly Erin Copeland. She will be presenting a guided meditation, The Way of Inner Rewilding. You are enough. And she'll tell you more about that. We're absolutely delighted to have Holly back on EWN for our show, A Meditation a Day. Thank you so much for joining us, Holly.
Thanks, Sue. I'm just delighted to be here with you and everybody that's listening, watching.
Looking forward to this wonderful meditation and sound healing. So do start when you're ready.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome. The theme that I chose today, You Are Enough, is one that I feel you can't hear enough in a funny sort of a way, yeah? And it's one that's very near and dear to my heart because it's a message that I myself really realized throughout my own journey that I had been carrying this sense of seeking that I had, this sense of searching, that at its heart, that at its root was a sense of my own incompleteness and a part of me that had held back a feeling that who I am and what I was absolutely whole and perfect and complete already, that I was enough. And I think it's it's a message that, we in Western society have kind of indoctrinated into ourselves from some of the earliest ages. And it's a conversation I've had recently with a number of clients of this way that this kind of subtle sense of I need to do more. And especially with the world in so much challenge and strife right now, there can be an increased sense of that. And this was the heart of my own journey that, oh my gosh, there's so much heartache and trouble in the world, and I just need to do more and do my part because I'm a lucky Westerner and I have food on my table and I have a roof over my head. And so it's my job, my duty to do so much and to help solve the world's problems, as it were. And it isn't that we're not here to contribute. We most certainly are. And when that sense of needing to contribute comes from a place of lack of our own sense of, it actually stems from our own sense of unworthiness and incompleteness, and we may not see that. But when we flip that story and we can actually feel wholeness and completeness and okayness and well-being within, then our action in the world comes from a different place. It comes from not needing to fix the world. It comes in deep service to the world. And those are two very different energies. So the invitation today in the meditation is to guide you into a place of discovering your own worthiness and enoughness, into feeling the okayness that's already here, which is what the spiritual teachings all talk about in various different ways. And in fact, I'm going to read from one of my favorite books right now, The Radiant Sutras from Lauren Roche. And I'm going to read you, he has a number of there's actually 108 sutras here in this ancient text. But I'm going to read you number 74 as an entree into this. So, Radiant One, inquire. Before desire arises in me, who am I? Before I know anything, who am I? Seek always the intimate joy of your original self and move through the world in freedom. So simple, so beautiful. But really, he points right back to the heart of what I'm saying. Before desire arises, who am I? Before I know anything, who am I? So let's do a practice together, because this isn't something that you can think your way to. That's the other paradox of spirituality, is that we can't really think our way there. It's a knowing, and it comes from here. And we have to take that 8-inch journey, 10-inch journey out of the conceptual mind into the heart, where all true wisdom resides. So let's do that together. One of my very favorite things to do is to guide people into their deepest own true knowing of what's actually just already right here. So, and I have a little sound bowl here, helper. So, yeah, I love to work with sacred sound as well to help calm the nervous system and bring us back into a harmonious physical body, which helps promote clarity within. Okay? So let's just close our eyes together and take a few long, slow breaths into the belly. And I'm going to invite you to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And just really let yourself land here. See if you can relax the thinking mind by bringing gently your awareness out from that, unhook from that space behind the eyes where that doer usually resides, the thinker resides, and let it float down and settle into your heart to become aware of your heart. And when I say become aware of your heart, what I mean is feel and know your heart from directly within. What does that space feel like to you? Very simply, does it feel tingly? Does it feel warm? Sometimes it can feel contracted or painful. The instruction isn't meant to analyze your heart, but simply to notice what's present. To be with what's present. And I invite you for this brief time we have together to just give yourself fully to this practice, as if you were doing a practice for the very first time. You may have meditated hundreds or thousands of times. But today is a new day. Now is a new moment. So bring that beginner's childlike mind as though you have no idea what meditation is, what the goal is. Just drop all that. You don't know what mind or ego is. Drop all that. Rest your hands now gently in your lap. You can cup one hand in the other with the tips of your thumbs touching lightly. Continue to feel the awareness of your heart. And then expand that awareness to feel down into your belly, feeling and knowing your belly from within. Expand down into your knees and into your feet. Giving up any idea, any not knowing you have about feet or knees, just simply feel that area of the body. And even let go of the notion of a body. I don't even know what a body is. Just feel and know the space. That this physicality is taking up. And then let that expand out beyond the local space of your physicality into the room. Becoming aware of the space in the room. And now turn back to feel both the physicality of your body and the space in the room as not two things, but just one thing. There's no boundary between them. So sense and feel this both inside and outside to just be one space. Beautiful. Now see if you can be aware, not of the space, but from the space. As the space. See if you can feel this inseparable pair of you and space as one thing, not two. And then notice Just like an ocean that has waves, thoughts may arise, sensations continue to arise. And just as soon as they arise, they dissolve back into the ocean. They're made of awareness. There's not you awareness and thinking that thoughts are made of the stuff of awareness, whatever that is. Space is made of the stuff of awareness, you awareness. The floor that you can feel beneath your feet or you're sitting on, the chair you're sitting on, is made of the stuff of awareness. Feel that. Feel the chair that you're sitting on as not separate from you, just the sensation. All that you ever know about the chair or the floor is the sensation of knowing. And it's made of the same stuff as the space, as the clothes you're wearing. That all of this is happening inside awareness, not two. This is the essence of non-dual. It's all one thing. Now ask yourself this. Here as awareness, is anything missing from space? Could space be better space? Feeling this experience you're having now. Is there something that feels like it needs to be improved upon in order for you to be okay? In order for it to be enough? Do you, awareness, need anything from this space to be better space, to be more complete space? Has anything ever happened in your life that could have taken away from this space, that could have robbed a space of not being good enough space? I can't find any. Can you? When you really look at it, can you feel and see how this space of awareness has always been whole and complete, like the ocean? Could anything ever happen in the future to put holes in this space of awareness that's here now? Or maybe, just maybe, the experience you're having now, the experience in awareness, is actually pointing to the wholeness and the completeness that you already are, that has always been here, and that will always be here, now and forever. So that a hard thing, a sad thing can arise, a hurtful thing could arise, a joyful thing can arise. Awareness isn't trying to prevent or resist what's here. So you can relax back and surrender in the knowing that who and what you are is already enough. Not as an idea, but as a felt sense, as a different way of seeing and knowing the world, out of the mind's limited perspective. Into the freedom beyond the mind. a kind of intimate joy with all that is. I'm just taking a few beautiful, restful, easeful breaths here as we begin to close the practice. It really is, in some ways, this simple. Spirituality is not meant to be complicated. Some hard thing we have to go into a cave for 10 years. Yeah. That this deeper knowing is available to every single one of us. And it's available right here and right now. And I thank you all so much for joining me today for this practice. Thank you, Sue and Enlightened World Network, for inviting me on. It's such a joy always to come on and be here and share these teachings and practices with all of you that have so profoundly changed my life. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mm-mm.
Such a peaceful state you brought us to, and I'm so grateful.
You're so welcome.
It was fun to notice the waves just expanding, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, wonderful.
It's all right here.
I got that message.
Me too. I'm really just speaking to myself, as we all are when we're teaching and sharing, right? We're just reminding ourselves.
It's a great reminder, you know,
Yeah,
it's easy to say it, but when we feel it in your meditation, it really makes a shift.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So Holly, thank you. And I'm really interested in hearing about your new book. So
Yeah.
tell us about it. Tell us where we can find it.
Okay.
What's
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited. I'm going to flash it up here.
okay.
It,
Beautiful.
so it actually this is the very first copy ever printed, which is super exciting. The official release date's January 8th, but you can get it on pre-order on Amazon right now. And the book is called Inner Rewilding: A Scientist's Journey into Being. And in this book, what I do is I share my story of my journey into being, which ultimately, I was a scientist, I was a conservationist 7 years ago. And through all of this work and the shifts that happened, I left that to do this work because I came to understand that if I really wanted to help the world the most, to save the world, as it were, which was my mission as a child, that the best thing I could do would be to help others. I call it inner rewilding, rewild our hearts, to find that freedom and joy that is our intrinsic nature. And that is actually that reconnection of rewilding self is actually what will shift and change the world. So I started to see that not to, of course, all the beautiful work that beautiful souls are doing across the world in conservation and in humanities is extraordinary. So not to say any of that isn't worth doing, it most certainly is. And what I found was that the burnout that I felt and this chronic feeling of not enoughness and the despair that I felt about the world actually wasn't helping, was doing a disservice not only to myself, but because it's a quantum universe and because we're all connected and because of all those things that I needed to first shift myself and come into the knowing of my own wholeness and completeness. And yeah, so that's the essence of the book. And it's built on 4 principles. for kind of, so there's a memoir at the beginning, and then it's really a guidebook, because I wanted to help people
Great.
make this shift too. So it's meant to be a guidebook. And there's four key principles that it's built around: awaken, attune, allow, and align. And so awaken to peace, awaken to the peace that you are, attune to the living universe, uh, allow the flow, and align with your wild heart. So
It's beautiful.
those are the four principles, and I explained in the book what they really mean and how I made that shift.
Mm. So you said that it's available for pre-order. Would you say more?
Yeah, so you can find it on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and all the places. Um, and I think you're going to put a link in the show notes. And
Good.
yeah, and then I'm going to have an online launch party with Stephen Altair. Hopefully January 8th, the release date, but I'm solidifying those details right now. So, and if Enlightened World Network wants to host me for a launch party too, I'll do two of them. So,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, and I'm going to be coming out. I'm going to come out with a course and stuff. So that's in the works right now too.
Okay. I've got to grab my power cord. I'll be right back.
Okay. Real life stuff like power cords.
Well, thank you. That was interesting. So you
Yeah.
explained the book, you told us a little
Yeah.
bit about the guidance that you offer in the book and that it's available pre-order. So wonderful. Thank you, Holly.
Yeah. And you can also go to my website, hollycopeland.co, to the link to pre-order is there. So that's another place. And also, I guess I will just say here, like I'm hosting a retreat in Costa Rica in April.
Yeah.
It's actually going to be a medicine. I'm going to have two medicine journeys on that retreat. And so it's going to be super profound, and I'm just so excited about it. So if anybody here would like to join me in Costa Rica, in an incredibly wild and beautiful place, to do some beautiful medicine work and healing work, I'd love to have you.
That sounds amazing. Well,
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Yeah,
yeah.
come join me.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Good to know. So thank you, Holly. And thank you,
Mhm.
everyone who's joined us for Enlightened World Network. We offer daily guided meditations and other shows. So please do come back. We'd love to be with you again. And take care, everyone.